money into your retirement account every month and checking on your Social Security statements to make sure you'll have enough when you retire so you think, okay, I'm on this. I've got it covered. Well, maybe not. Maybe you still need some guidance. At least that's what our next guest says. On today's For Your Money, Jacksonville's retirement coach, Adam Wolf, is back to explain. Of course, Adam is one of the area's leading financial advisors, and he joins us every Monday here on River City Live. And even as we're socking away every month for retirement, Adam, you know, you're saying that our financial future could still be in danger, and there are some reasons for that.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on. The biggest thing is, you know, looking at people, even as they get into retirement, making mistakes, you know, as we near retirement, as we're growing our money and we're transitioning into retirement, making those financial mistakes that can upset the rest of your retirement.
Okay, so can you give us an example of some of those mistakes? I know you've highlighted at least 5 of them.
Yeah, so, you know, one of the first ones is, you know, looking at, you know, carrying too much debt. That's a big one. I have a lot of folks who meet with me, and the goal is before they retire to pay off that home mortgage or pay down those credit cards, at least before they retire or shortly thereafter, because you think about going into retirement, all those additional interest costs with, you know, the same or less income that you had before retirement, it can add insult to injury.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, the debt will get you, and it doesn't go away unless you really aggressively go after it too.
Yeah,
so.
You know, some people have that. Some people, we just need to have a plan in place to narrow that debt down.
And then comes the investing. That has to be done very wisely.
Yeah, making investment mistakes, this is sort of twofold. One is, you know, looking at investments that might not be in your best interest. You know, the fly-by-night or the aggressive type of investment that maybe your friend introduced you to, watch out for those where you're actually giving someone, you know, your hard-earned savings for a perceived return that's higher than most returns you're going to ever see. So if it's too good to be true, it typically is. And then it goes into, you know, looking at investments that maybe you didn't scale your risks down or reduce your risk closer to retirement, where most people need to start to take a little bit of a less aggressive, because we don't have the time to put back into it and the money to put back into it to get those dollar amounts up and savings levels up if we hit some kind of recession or some kind of market correction.
So that adjusting your risk is something, that's where you really need someone who knows what they're looking at, because I can say I'm adjusting my risk, but I don't really know what stocks are different than others and
right.
What bonds. So, and then factoring in your healthcare costs, and you and I have talked about this in the past, and you know, we don't know what lies ahead.
Yes, I mean, one of the most expensive parts of the budget in retirement, whether it's the health insurance premiums we're paying through Medicare Part B and supplemental plans, or long-term care costs, or just out-of-pocket costs. That's one of the largest costs that are out there. Having a plan to reduce your overall out-of-pocket or hedge, putting the risk with the insurance company, if that's one of the options and strategies that are out there, to reduce the overall burden to you and your family when it comes to health care costs.
So the strategy is very, very important. Just not having a strategy in general is a huge mistake too, and I know that's something where you want to help folks out. So how to really achieve though that successful retirement, you have to go into it, like you said, with a strategy, and you actually have a book that you're giving away for free. Can you tell us a little bit about that book?
Yeah, so this book is called Stress-Free Retirement by a great author and advisor named Patrick Kelly, and it's not my book, but it's a book that I give out to a lot of my clients and new folks that I meet with for the first time. It talks about, you know, different ways to reduce the overall stress as you prepare for, or if you're in retirement, when it comes to investing, and how to look at things a little bit differently. And it's going to be given out to the first 15 callers. Robin and Andrea are standing by for those calls. Okay,
and we have it up for you on your screen too. The first 15 people to call right now, 232-8760. That's 904-232-8760. You're going to get a free book when you call. And you can also visit wolfretirement.com if you just want to learn more about Adam and his folks, and they want to take care of you. Make sure you're not only stress-free, but that's going to make it so that your family is stress-free in your retirement too, so you can have some fun.
That's right.
Thanks, Adam.
Thank you, Edith.